hey, 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 ooh, hey, 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 hey. I'm the ooh, hey, 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 hey.
Just gotta adjust the camera. What up? Welcome to the motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. This is episode 33. E-man, what is that in another language that's not English?
33.
That old.
Oh, that's a good old Spanish.
Good old Spanish.
Good old
fashioned Spanish.
I'm also killing it. My name is Oliver Gordon, by the way. I rep that 88 over everything. Y'all know what it is. That's every single day. I'm also here with my boy
King Coast K-Sean.
Hey.
Dude, King Coast.
the killer of the coast. I'm also here with my boy.
That fool days.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love about you, man.
That's why we got him on the podcast, man. And also our special guest.
What's real? What's up, y'all?
Shout out to What's Real. If you don't know who he is, he's a really dope musician.
Everybody
out of
knows who he is.
San Francisco, plays a lot of shows and has a lot of fucking views on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, dope, man. Thank you a lot for sliding through. It's a motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. If you guys are not subscribed, you definitely should be, because we get down like this every single Thursday. Also, Coffee and Hip Hop is every single Tuesday up at UCSC, and that's what it is. Sean, when does the podcast start?
Oh, shit. Podcast starts right about now.
Woo! It's pretty hot. E-man, why don't we start with you?
Oh man. Okay, here we go. Of course, since it's Halloween, again, I want to know, do you guys believe in ghosts?
No.
It's funny that you asked that. Yeah. Yes, I do. I mean, in what sense though? Like I believe that when people pass away, I feel like their spirit kind of lingers on for a little bit. But and I believe they can come back. But that's it. I don't.
In that way, dog. In that way, I like that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I think I saw a ghost.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was really trippy. Like I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. I woke up. There was a dog barking in my room. It was my exact room. It looked like a real dog.
Oh, it's a real dog.
And I remember thinking, I must be dreaming. And the only way to wake up from this dream is to touch this dog.
Oh, shit.
I swear to God, I remember reaching over my hand, touching his wet nose, and pulling back terrified.
Oh!
And then I remember waking up. And I remember telling my mom about that situation the next day. And she was like, yeah, there were a lot of dogs that used to live in this house.
Oh,
so I'm 100% convinced that ghosts exist.
Ghost dogs, dude.
I am 100% convinced that dogs exist.
That's crazy.
That is
and ghosts don't exist.
That kind of gave me chills, man. That kind of gave me some chills, man.
Happy Halloween, y'all.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, that's kind of wild.
No ghost stories with you?
No, man, I don't really believe in ghosts.
Really?
You? Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I kind of get scared to say yeah, because then I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost. Like as soon as I'm like, yeah, I believe in them, or no, I don't. Like I don't know.
Well, y'all ever heard of sleep paralysis?
Sleep paralysis.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so it's like when you're sleeping and your body locks and you can't move, but you can see everything. So I used to have these dreams when I was younger, and dude, I used to be scared to go to sleep because I would keep having these dreams. One example was like I woke up in my room, so I'm thinking that I'm awake because I'm in my room, but then I can't move my body, but I see an outline of a guy just sitting at the edge of my bed, just kind of staring at me.
Damn.
And he's just sitting there, and I'm like, I can't move my body, but I can see him, so I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? What is he doing? And he's just sitting there like. And I would keep having this dream, and I would try to kick, but I can't move my legs. And then by the time I finally would get control of my legs, I would blink, and then the guy's gone, and I'm still in my room. So when I was a kid, I didn't know whether it was a dream or whether if I'm really seeing somebody sitting at the edge of my bed.
And I've also heard that like children have like a more in tune realm of like being able to see like spirits and ghosts. And my personal belief is that kids have a less perceived idea of what to expect in their reality. Because when you grow up as an adult, like you have more conceived expectation of reality because society and you know what's normal.
Jeez, yeah,
like there's like some science to this.
So
type of shit.
So it's very like innocent and it's uninfluenced, right?
When you have an uninfluenced view of the world, like your perception,
that makes it even more impactful, right?
Jeez, right.
That's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, there's some trippy shit out there.
Good topic, man.
Even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
High five. High five.
Okay.
Fucking lab was dropping those ghost topics on you. Hey,
Happy Halloween, man. Happy
that's
Halloween.
what it is. I'm gonna jump right to my boy K-Sean, Killer K.
Yeah, my name is Krishan. Anyway,
He's dope.
It's pretty dope.
I'm gonna start kind of light, but like kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Here we go. I don't feel you, but I feel you.
And I haven't really taken the time to even think about my answer to this question.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh shit.
But what do you guys think? Is it more important to help yourself, help your family, help your society, or help the world?
I thought we sounded light.
yeah,
I like some like deep philosophical shit.
Help the world.
Help the world?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, you can't do wrong when you're helping the world.
As opposed to directly helping your family.
If you help the world, you're gonna help your family.
There you go, man. That's what I was gonna say, man.
Damn.
Shit. What y'all think?
help yourself.
Help yourself.
Damn.
Ladies, man. God damn, man.
No, just because the whole thing with like, you know, you want to see change in the world. You start with yourself.
be the change that you want to see.
I was actually thinking on that same wavelength though.
Wow, that's what we both
Yeah.
feel that way.
They both feel that way.
Yeah, here we go.
So I was also gonna say the world because when if you're helping the world, and I kind of place society in the world along the same lines, but if you're helping the society you live in and you're helping the world, then you're making the world a better place for your family, for your kids to live in. I think that's important. I think everything correlates when you're helping society or
I feel like
helping the
you
world.
start with yourself, and then your family, and then
the ladies.
And that's society.
Amen.
Ladies, man. I've seen you with at least 69 girls, dude.
I can't do that.
Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna
Give him a high five. I got you.
There you go.
I saw it too, man. It happens.
Shit.
Yeah. It's the motherfucking Lab Boys podcast.
Episode 3.
Three.
We got kicked off pretty dark, man.
I'm gonna take it kind of light. I'm gonna take kind of light and do
That's what we said
something
the last time, man.
a little bit more recent, but it is music related. So I hope you guys are ready to talk about music.
I like music, man.
So Post Malone is now in the pop category for the Grammys.
Interesting.
Just want to get you guys' thoughts on that, and also how do you think other hip hop artists should be? Should they also be like in that category? Are there other hip hop artists that should be in pop? And if so, who?
Well, I will say that I don't listen to too much Post Malone's music. I know that a lot of his songs are hits or radio hits.
Right.
But dude, the pop category basically it's pop culture, and hip hop is like the #1 type of music as far as numbers and numbers go statistically, right?
Right.
So if I had to pick hip hop artists to go in a pop culture, dude, I'm thinking everyone. I'm thinking Kendrick. I'm thinking
In pop.
No.
because it's still popular music.
But there's a difference between popular music and pop music.
So
You would put
There you
Kendrick
go.
Lamar in
I'm not
pop
saying,
music.
but you guys are giving a negative connotation to pop music.
whoa,
You could still be a
there's
part
no
of
pop
pop. You could
music.
still be a part of pop music and still be a real artist.
Yeah.
And I think Kendrick is definitely up there with pop culture. That's what I think.
Well, pop is just popular, right? Like it's what's popping.
What other hip hop artists do you think go along with it?
Hip hop artists, I think maybe what's his name?
I think G-Eazy's another one.
What's his name? Tory Lanez. I think he should be in pop. Who's the other guy? I forget his name, but he's always doing remixes on YouTube. But he's another like kind of like an R&B singer. Like people like that, I think should be in pop. I think they should separate like hip hop.
These are the kind of questions that, like, dude, like after the podcast, everything's gonna come to mind.
We'll get you there.
It's all right, man.
Come back to me,
Eman,
man.
what do you think, Doug?
Okay, what was say that again? I don't know. I kind of drifted away. What was it?
So the question is, Post Malone. He's now up in the categories for pop,
right?
Not hip hop,
right?
Do you think there's other artists that also belong in that category?
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I don't really keep track of all the charts and all that stuff, so I don't really have much to say about that. You know what I mean?
What about you, man?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the project. I think definitely some of Drake's projects could have been.
Oh, what the hell, Drake, man? Why did we not say Drake?
Definitely, like some of his projects. I wouldn't say his last one, but there's definitely some projects that he's dropped that could be in other genres.
Yeah.
But I think this conversation opens up a much more another needed conversation which is that hip hop needs other genres in the categories. Like
subcategories.
We need subcategories really badly because hip hop is such a huge genre
like the way
that you can't. The way we define it, there's so many variables and different variants of hip hop that it needs to be treated the way other categories are. Because R&B has, R&B, alternative R&B, old school R&B.
Especially nowadays.
There's a lot of
R&B.
There's a lot of different types of R&B.
Like EDM music. There's a shit
and
load of
everything is
different,
just
rock.
everything is
You have classic rock, punk rock. You have heavy metal. You know, it's all different forms.
And
of
everything
rock.
is blending together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even Tekashi, right? Tekashi 6ix9ine. He said he had a heavy influence by like punk rock or like metal and shit like that. And then when he raps, you can tell, how he raps. You could hear that influence in his music. So like you hear a lot of blends together. So yeah, dude, I definitely think we gotta have a lot of subcategories in hip hop. Another question I have for the Grammy shit, right?
Hey, what's up?
What do y'all think? Because dude, there's other award shows that how they pick or how they nominate the artists, it's all from the people, right? But Grammys, how they nominate the artists, it's a panel of people, right?
Right.
And Grammys is the most prestigious award show, right? So what do you guys think about the judging system? Do you think it should be judged by a panel of people, or do you think it should be judged by the people?
So I haven't seen enough of it to really know, but what I've seen of it is people that I like respect complaining about it. So I should probably read into it and look into it more, but from like an outsider point of view, it looks like I don't know, it's outdated at best.
I feel like that.
No, you can go for it.
I feel like that system is easy for it to get like corrupted.
You can easily manipulate that system, right?
So it's just I don't know. I feel like it should be for the people to vote.
Exactly.
I think it could happen either way because I think like with the panel, like it really depends on what the panel is, and maybe there should be like more transparency on what that panel is
because we don't know much about it, right?
Right. And that's what's really fucked up is I think a lot of times I hear people complaining. The people who complain about is the people that are determining who's nominated or who's winning these Grammys. At least in my ear is all complaining about what's being won in the realms of hip hop, and I think a lot of the times that is usually based on what's popular. But at the same time, if we if we give it out to the people, then that's only going to be what's popular, and they do usually have like at least some good nominations and really solid nominations for artists that are not the most popular artists, that are still really dope, but maybe not charting.
So it's like positive and negatives to both, man.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah,
I think they definitely need better hip hop Grammy raps for absolutely sure.
Well, in the Grammys too, the thing that I don't like about the Grammys is the Grammys always they'll have all like the popular artists and popular hip hop people at the Grammys that are attending the Grammys, but they're not getting the awards. I feel like they use them to sell the image of the Grammys and sell the whole Grammys thing, but then they give the awards to people that a lot of people we ain't even heard of, you know what I mean? But that's just my take on it.
It's corrupt, man. It's all corrupt, man.
We should probably learn a little bit more about the Grammys. That's what it is. It's Motherfucking Lab Boys Podcast, episode 33. A couple crooks, couple cups. We're gonna jump back to my boy Kilowatt K, because I know you got that fire. What's on your mind, dog? Let's go deep.
This one's a little bit deep, man.
Here we go.
Lab Boys.
All right, man. I hope there's a Love Boys ones after this, man, because we.
You wanna go Love Boys?
No, let's go. All right, I'm gonna go deep, man. So with social media, right?
Here we go.
Social media, we've had social media since we're like, what, 15? MySpace. That was our first platform of social
Tom,
media.
shout out to Tom, man.
So
Real G.
Fucking
Oh,
top five.
Tom was my top 8.
Okay, guys, come on.
Man.
Oh, sorry, Tom was in your top 8.
That's nice. MySpace.
Dude, shout out to Tom.
Nice. Yeah, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hope you're not dead.
Fuck, dude.
Comment down below, Tom.
Anyway,
let us know you still living.
so
Double O? What?
social media
What's on your mind, brother?
social media was meant to bring us all closer together, right?
Right.
Do you think it's bringing us closer, or do you think it's making everyone more isolated and further apart?
Oh, let me see.
The irony. Hey, you got an iron?
I don't have an ironing board though.
Oh fuck.
I think it's bringing some things together and also spreading some things apart. Like
Finding a balance, man.
ooh, a little bit of balance.
Speak on it.
Fine. Yeah, like, I don't know. You can't be, like, too much on your phone, you know, and then the world just passes you by and shit, you know, or on social media or whatever. You don't get to actually hang out with the dudes and see you just chatting and shit. Or
I think it's just a lot. I mean, there's a lot of good benefits that come from social media, but I think it's just artificial.
To network and stuff, it's cool. Like,
I think,
you know what I mean? I don't know.
You just have to be disciplined enough, but I think when you're like a kid, you don't know no better, right?
It's like a phone on steroids, I feel like. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
It's all it should be, you know? Like, it's a fucking phone on steroids.
It's like a computerized interaction with someone. Like, you're taking, like, a normal interaction with someone that, you know, is supposed to have, like, you know, tone and emotions and all these types of things that you associate with, like, normal interaction, and knowing about someone's lives and just computerize it all. And it just, like, it disdains a lot of the, you know, types of emotions and, you know, different relationships with friendships or other. But, I mean, it's definitely dope on the networking tip. I've set up tours almost basically just purely off of like Facebook.
Right. Dude, I remember when MySpace Music came out and we were just putting our music on MySpace and we were getting thousands and thousands of hits.
We actually got in the local newspaper for that and I actually found it like earlier today.
Just because of that shit, right?
Yeah,
so there's a lot
lit.
of good
Shout out
benefits.
Can't Stop Us. Hey!
I remember when like we were shooting a music video and like these girls were like, "Hey, you're the guys from MySpace."
Whoa, wow.
That's crazy. But you know what? They did a study.
Talk about it.
After I think it was a couple years back, but they did a study and they said that college kids, their empathy levels are a lot lower now.
I've heard about that.
Because of social media. Because people are not developing meaningful relationships anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's more so, your focus is more so about how many friends you have on your social medias, how many likes you have. You know, you're not focusing on things that really matter, and that's human interaction.
Yo, so I got a question for you then. What's something we can do to stop that, go a different direction?
Just say fuck Tom.
Gotta get rid of social media.
Just gotta get rid of Tom.
Gotta get rid of Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Shout out to Tom. Tom, if you're watching this, we really appreciate you for watching. Because it's some motherfucking Lab Boys. So I got some Lab Boy topic here.
Go ahead, boy.
It's a question for you guys, and it goes like this. I think you guys can all agree that women think men with money, it's an attractive feature, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's something that's attractive for women? If a woman has a lot of money, is that something that plays into
For
guys?
for guys?
It's a plus, man. It's not like...
Hey, man, I'll take the bread.
No, it's a plus. It's not like...
I don't think it's so much the money that's attractive. I mean, for me, I think it's women working hard to get there that's attractive.
Wow.
Everyone loves a passionate and hardworking woman. I think that's the most sexiest thing in the world. And especially a chick that's independent and goes out and get hers without depending on anybody else. That's attractive. But money is not the component that I think makes them attractive. Money alone. That's what I think.
Definitely.
What about you, man?
Man, you know, I think if they're doing well off, you know, like it is kind of like a plus, you know. But at the same time, I agree with that too. Like, you know, if they're passionate, they're going for it, and they're super independent, like that drive is hella sexy.
Yeah.
And, you know, but they could have that drive and be breaking in the bread, you know, so it could be, you know, kind of, it could be both, you know. You can have your cake and eat it too. So, you know, I'm saying, you know, you can have both. I'm not mad either way.
Oh man, it's motherfucking
That boy.
Okay, wait, hold up. So you're taking a chick, right? First date, right?
Okay.
Oh.
Do you pay?
Of course, dude. What the fuck?
It kinda
you
depends,
pay.
dude.
Start getting angry.
You
at me, man.
always
It's just a
pay,
question.
man.
I'm just asking.
First date?
Always.
Come on.
I think it depends
Well, it depends on
on
your
your
relationship.
relationship with them.
Nah, man.
Like, what-
It looks like we know who's not paying.
Damn.
I usually pay. There've been times where I don't.
There's been why did you not pay in those times?
If someone's like really like going for it, like offering or just like
Exactly.
taking the bill, I'm like okay. Or if they're like, you know what, it's a lot, let's split it. I'm like okay, this person's reasonable. Like they knows it's a lot. They know I'm not like balling out of control like that.
Yeah.
And they're not having crazy expectations about me. They know helps me know the level headed, and that's also kind of like sexy to me too.
Yeah.
And that also, I also think that's kind of sexy because they're not looking for me. That lets me know they're like, okay,
Yeah.
they're not just looking for me to like take care of them, not looking for me to do everything for them. This is like, you know, a relationship where we're both going and both helping each other out because that's how relationships should be.
Right. Do you think it's a turn off when, because you know you can always read the situation. You can tell when a chick is expecting you to pay, right?
Damn.
Is that a turn off to you, or is that a red flag to y'all?
Not really.
It's funny to notice. It's funny to notice. Like,
I mean,
only
I mean, if she has a salad and she has like 5 lobsters, maybe. But other than that, I mean, other than like an extreme situation,
She's just ordering shit,
Right.
You getting dessert? You getting dessert?
no.
Fuck.
E-Man, what do you think?
You're the ladies, man. You're the expert, man.
I already said, dude.
Okay, man.
I mean, why you guys coming back?
Well, because your opinion's valuable in these streets, man.
Shut the fuck up.
We need to know what the E's
your
up
ass
to, man.
Fuck, man.
Hey,
His ass good after the podcast.
it's a motherfucking Lab
hostile,
Boys. I'm gonna pop over to What's Real. What's Real? I know you got us on the top.
Okay. Let me think of something. I had something. Okay, so whether it was a girlfriend or ex, what is the craziest thing that they've ever done?
Damn it.
What is the craziest thing a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend has ever done to you?
Oh, like to you, like reasons or
No, just like done to you. What is the craziest? Whether it's
Definitely
whether it's within reason or out of reason.
Definitely smashed my phone. I've lost a couple.
You lost a couple phones
Yeah.
from the same one.
No.
Oh, I hope not. I would have gone away after the first phone is nope.
I've lost phones.
I'd have been
I
like,
feel
well, you
like
smashed my phone. I can't call you no
wasn't-
more. I'm out of here.
It wasn't about the phone. It was like, oh, what are you doing with the phone? That was the message. You know, it was like, fuck your phone, because like, you know, you're doing shit. Hey.
I'm trying to think. E-Man, what about you, man?
I'm trying to think, dude. Like, the craziest thing.
Okay. Some chick took my damn car.
Wait, like stole it?
Well, you know what? They're just...
Do you know what happened to your car?
telling the story.
How'd you get here?
Did you fly?
I'm still looking for the car, dude.
And if anybody's seen it,
No, you know what's funny?
Hit us up.
car was it?
So, comment down below.
Have you seen the car? I miss that car, man. I don't really know if I want to get into the story, but yeah,
It's all good.
Yeah, well, she took my car, man. Well, I look like a sucker, man.
No,
Because
all good.
I knew she was like a shady chick, but I was still kicking it with her.
Yeah.
And I went to the coffee shop, and I was with my boy and her, and she was with her girl, right? Me and my boy, they stopped and got coffee. She said, all right, I'm going to go to my house real quick. And she just took the car, and I let her take the car, right? And she just didn't come back. And then hours later, she showed up with some other dude in the car. No! And then, dude, the fucking excuse was, I was like, what the fuck? And I got mad, like, what the fuck is this? And then the guy gets out, he's like, hello, I fixed your car, dude. It was like, it was making a noise, dude, and I fixed it. And then I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude. And he's like, I don't get a thank you? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Who are you? That's that, man.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
Did you ever talk to her after that?
No, she wrote me like a love letter after that. I'm like, bitch, you stole my car.
Damn. The fuck out of here with that
She
shit.
wrote at the bottom like K plus K forever, like in a heart. I'm like,
Auto,
bitch, if you didn't steal my car.
You need to seal that in evidence. Get your fingerprints on it ASAP. Email, what about you?
No, I got my car back though. It was
That's
good.
good. Yeah, but still.
Right.
I got it back.
We
Yeah,
got
it was
it.
good.
We got it.
But then someone shot it with a shotgun. So
Remember that?
Oh, was that black Honda?
Yeah,
It was a black
Someone
Honda.
shot it with a shotgun?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you off
What
camera.
neighborhood you live in?
It was a wild time.
Let me know.
It was crazy.
E-man, you're the ladies, man. You have all kinds of
No, I
stories.
don't have. I have.
He's just
I mean,
on
it's
good
not
You just
that.
can't- you just can't tell
It's
us
not
about
that
it.
crazy. No, come on.
Okay.
What, man? Tell us.
It's just so I was dating this girl and she made a
You date
fake.
chicks.
She made a fake profile and she was chatting like she was trying. I don't know. She was trying to like
She catfished you?
Yeah, basically. And, I mean, I
Your
was
own chick,
Wait,
dude?
but she was like another. She was trying to be someone else to see if you like flirt or something.
Yeah, she like had pictures, sent me pictures and shit, and I was faithful, dude. So like, I would, hey, I have a girl and shit, but I'd like keep conversation going, just just to talk and shit. I was young and
Just
shit.
to talk.
And then
I was faithful, but I still talk.
Hey, back in the day,
She sent me naked pictures. I just want to tell
no,
her.
nowadays.
Go ahead.
This was gonna get.
Go ahead. I'm listening, man.
So she wasn't sending me naked pictures, by the way.
I'm listening. What do you want
I'm on
to
my fucking train of thought, dude.
I'm trying to listen, man.
Yeah, full, but I can't. Where was that?
You were talking to her on. She made a fake profile.
She sent you messages.
She sent you messages
And
and
fake profile.
And you
you're
kept
faithful.
talking to her.
You were faithful.
But yeah.
You kept talking to her.
So nowadays you send a pic, right, and that shit pops up. Back in the day, you send a pic, and it was like,
oh yeah.
you know, on the message and shit. So I started like she sent the pic, and it was a picture of her face, dude, and it was like slowly coming into vision, you know. So I was like, I already know
Dial-up speed internet, dude.
like a picture of my girl's face, you know. She's like, oh,
Wow.
it's me. I caught you. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, read the conversation. What's up?
It was just like an innocent conversation.
It was. It really was.
How you doing?
It was like,
What kind of coffee you like?
I guess that was the craziest shit that's happened.
That's pretty crazy.
Wow. It's pretty fucking wild, dude.
Is it?
So wild. I don't even know what to say.
So wild.
What about you, man?
Man, so I was dating this chick. I was like probably 21, and she was probably about like
Tough age.
20, and I was like, it was a bad relationship, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I was like, okay, like it's over, I'm done. And she's like, I have breast cancer, and I'm like, what? And I was like, no. And then I'm like doing research. I'm like looking for clues, and like I'm just like, yeah, there's no way this does not fit at all. So she lied about having breast cancer to try and like stay in the relationship. Because like the odds that would happen are like, I think like less than 1%. And then she was like, oh yeah, I take like pills for this. I'm like, where's the prescription? She's all like, oh well, you know, my parents don't want me to know. Want people to know, so I have to get like a fake bottle and stuff. I'm like, this is way too contrived. Like it was an insane lie.
Wow.
That is crazy. That kind of reminds me of something. Hold on.
Go for it.
Dude, okay, so when social media first started up, even before MySpace, I had this thing called Desi Planet, right? My cousins.
Wait, what?
It's called Desi Planet.
I've never heard
Is
of
it
that.
specifically for certain type of people?
It's for Asians. It's for Asians. Yeah, you
Oh, God.
yeah,
I know what it is.
What up?
That's what I'm just saying. Rep it.
Yeah, so there was this girl on there. Yeah, she catfished me too, but this is my first experience with social media.
Yeah.
I was talking to her. We had deep conversations. Like we would talk all the time, and then after a while, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Like she lives all the way in Chicago. I'm not gonna ever see her. I'm like 15 years old,
Just
dude.
made a
I'm not gonna
connection.
just hop on the flight, dude. It's
Right.
just like, so I stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
And when I stopped talking to her, she would just keep on messaging me and writing these songs about me, right?
Fuck.
And like she was, dude. I mean, I put my hooks in, dude.
You sunk in.
I got these hooks, man.
Yeah, hook
You
up.
see these hooks?
It's Captain Hook.
See these hooks?
Captain Hook.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
hooked.
They call me Hook McGee, dude.
Hooking them.
Bring it home.
Just
dude.
hooking them.
Hooking them.
Yeah, no, so she would write these songs, and I'm like, oh, yo, nice song, you know? Cute song. Dude,
Like a hook.
but then I still didn't
was hook club, dude.
No, but then
that was great. That was awesome.
I love the hook.
All right, I love the hook. Literally.
It's a hook joke. Fucking hook.
sick hook joke. No, dude. Fucking Captain Hook, dude.
See?
Yeah. No, so
Hook boys, dude.
the Hook boys are in the house, dude. Just hooking it. So I stopped talking to her. Dude, I just stopped talking to her again, dude. I'm like, dude, I can't stand these hooks, dude. Dude, so then she started saying she's cutting herself.
Oh, wow.
And like at that point, dude, and I'm an empathetic person, dude. So like, dude, it's scary. Like, I don't know, like, even if I think she's not really doing it, the thought or the possibility of her actually cutting herself made me feel so guilty for not talking to her. So I kept conversation going for years because I was just scared that she was cutting herself. So I didn't want her to cut herself. Damn. So even though I wasn't interested, I just kept talking to her.
Wow. So going back, would you do things differently?
Fuck, dude, that's hard, man. I don't know.
It's a lot, boys.
I don't know, man.
Dang.
You don't know.
I got a story time at the end. It's totally irrelevant.
Dope. Hey, I'm stoked, man. I've been trying to get you guys to do story times for
Story time.
Hey, motherfucking high fives. I do have one question, and we're all artists here, so I couldn't let you slide up here and not get into an artist question, but we've all made music for like a pretty long time. I've seen you tour before. We've all made music collectively together, played a lot of shows and everything like that. What inspires you guys to continue to create or be out in the world?
Say it again. Sorry, E-Man was.
It's all.
E-Man was doing some weird shit.
I think you caught some of that.
Yeah, I got that. So the question was basically what inspires you to make music?
What inspires you to continue to create and be out in the world and contribute to it in the music?
Dude, I remember that. Dude, the feeling that that I would get when I would make a song talking about my life and having people hear it and they were so moved by it because they could relate to it. That feeling is unparalleled. Dude, it's the best feeling in the world because you're literally helping someone with your own experiences through art and your music, and people vibe to it and they just feel moved, and feeling like you're helping someone with your message. That's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. And I think that's what keeps or have kept me going, writing music.
Dope. What about you, man?
Man, I think, music's always kind of like being my therapy. That's why I have the phrase hip-hop is my therapy, because it's definitely something that's really helped me come over my own battles with depression and really share my experiences in a way, because I always feel like when I first meet someone, or just talking to people, a lot of times, I always feel like there's this disconnect, or I always feel like distant at the world, and it's kind of my way to really connect with people and connect with the world that's meaningful, and just that feeling on stage is just not like anything I've ever had before. I've always felt so at home on stage, especially as of recently as I've gotten more comfortable with it, and to feel so great on stage and to see other people, and just have that same joy and spread that joy it's magical, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, hats off to you, man. Literally. E-Man, what about you?
It's kind of a mixture of everything that was just said right now, for real, man. No joke, girl. Y'all
good answer, man.
Oh, man.
Good answer, man.
I was going to say. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, yeah, dude, just that feeling, dude.
What keeps you there?
That feeling when you finish that song, and you're I don't know, dude. Sometimes I get the chills as you're rapping it, and you're just
yeah, I get the chills.
That alone, dude. It's like a drug almost, dude. It's like a shot.
And dude, a lot of times I think that I can't articulate myself in certain social situations the way that I can when I write music.
Exactly.
I could do it best on paper, dude. And when I record a song, and then when you're performing those songs and you're connecting with the crowd, you get a direct response, an immediate response from the crowd. That's the fucking best feeling in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Straight.
I definitely relate to that a lot. I always feel like when people tell me how I'm feeling or talk about a certain subject, sometimes just talking normally doesn't always feel as natural, but when I'm able to sit down and reflect and put those feelings and emotions into like actual music just feels so much more natural for me, and it allows me to tell a part of and piece of who I am in a way that's really hard for me to in just simple words.
Oh,
and it's like honestly, like I had a lot of hobbies in my life, but music, when I write, it's literally like the whole world silences, right? I can't hear anything else, and time just flies, and you can go for hours and hours and hours without feeling time pass by. You know what I mean?
It goes by quick.
It's a flow state that you reach. It's like this peak euphoria. It's actually psychological.
You're reaching this certain level. You know what I mean? And I honestly, I started to write a song about that. It's called Headphones, and it was going to be with a close family friend, Tevin Gangloff, who recently passed away. So rest in peace to Teddy.
Rest in peace, man.
I know you're up there. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, motherfucking Lab Boys. For me, it's kind of a combination of that, but also there's a lot of shit that I just can't communicate in just words, and then in music, it's so much easier to express, like what sounds like simple emotions, but are really actually complex. You know, but you can get that off in music because there's like spaces for that. Which sounds crazy. It's motherfucking 88 over everything. By the way, hey, Lab Boys podcast. Y'all know what it is. Before we get out of here, I actually had something that I wanted to ask you, man.
Okay.
So you told me something. You're a hip hop educator too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And something I want to get your guys' opinion on, and you guys check us out.
That's what I'm here for.
But you were saying that you asked them about some old school artists, and they said Drake. Right.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted you to talk about that.
I forgot about that conversation.
What? Exactly, yes.
So,
wait.
What? Okay, so, and thank you for bringing that up and putting that into context. Losing it for a little bit. So, I'm a hip hop educator. I used to work for this amazing nonprofit called Beats, Rhymes, and Life, and they use hip hop as therapy. And we work with a variety of age of kids. And, you know, I think I was working with like 5th graders at this time. So, they're about, what, 10 to 11. So, you know, and one of the first questions we usually ask them is, you know, what's one artist that you like that's current, and what's one artist that you like that's old school? And on more than one occasion, they would say, my favorite old school artist is Drake. And that blew my mind. Wow. But then I had to really think about it. I'm like,
what the hell?
Drake has been around as long as they've been alive.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like, he's been around for about like 10 years. So like in 10 years, I mean, when you're a 10-year-old kid, that's old. That's old. That's so, and especially with how fast everything's moving now, that's gotta seem really old. They probably don't, I mean, they probably have no conception of how old hip hop is most of the time. Unless the parents have like really put them on game.
I've thought about this before.
Yeah, that's
who are
some shit to think about.
So you know the way that we look at Tupac and you know, Biggie and all them, you know, the artists now that are rapping right now in hip hop, who do you think in 10, 15 years are going to be looked at in the same light as those artists like Pac, Big, Jay-Z? I mean, who now?
J.
Right
Cole?
now?
I think if anyone, Kendrick and J. Cole.
Cole. Yeah.
Definitely J. Cole.
Cole's fucking dope.
Yeah, I think J. Cole. Dude, I mean, Kanye, he's on some shit right now.
Come on, Kanye, get with it, man. Come back, Come back, Kanye.
We want that old Kanye.
You know what's funny about that is like,
what's funny, man?
Chance's mixtape. I don't know if you guys have heard it, Coloring Book.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I was like, wow, this is the music Kanye West should have made. Like, that's what Kanye West should be making right now. And Chance just like came and was like, okay, I'm gonna deliver.
Yeah.
Because Chance is a big ass fan of Kanye West. You can tell.
Yeah.
And that whole album is Kanye West, but just like new and like ready.
Quick question. What do you think?
For the boys.
No, for the boys. What do you think? And I know we touched on this a little in the last
more.
Yeah.
Feel it up.
Y'all ready to touch yet?
What? Wait, what?
Bring it on.
Kanye. What do you think's going on? Like, what do you think's happening? Yeah.
I honestly think that something happened with Kim and Drake a long time ago, but I also think that they have like their own issues because they're both like popular.
Do you think it's a love
superstars?
thing?
What is it always about? What is it always about?
I think it's
what do people
more
really
than
beef
that.
about though?
I think Kanye, and especially after
Money
he
and
lost his mom,
Money,
I
sex.
think, dude, he doesn't have a lot of male reinforcement in his life. You know, he didn't
Kardashians.
really have his dad. He's dude, and I just think that he's so out of touch with. Remember how we talked about artists when they're young, they're hungry, they're in touch with
Right,
reality,
Kanye
the same
West,
reality
yeah.
that
Diamonds.
we're all in. Now
It
he's
falls down.
I feel like he's just so out of touch with reality, and when you're around all these people that have everything, and you lose, I think you lose a little bit of yourself, man.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
going cuckoo. A little bit.
I think it's definitely that. I think he's definitely changed since his mom passing. Like it seemed like it's really changed him. I think that transition and then that transition turning into him being with Kim Kardashian and being with a family that
Yeah.
I mean, you can say a lot about that, but they do seem very like superficially like within the realms of like money is just the main thing to go after.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
that type of mindset I think has really changed him, and it does seem like he has a very different mindset.
Right.
And even being the whole thing with like Drake, I heard there's like this whole thing where he's like,
The whole love triangle shit.
no, not even that, but like there's like this unspoken beef between like Drake and Kanye West.
Yeah.
Because Drake or Kanye feels kind of a certain way about like Drake kind of like taking more of a spotlight that Kanye West kind of used to have.
You know what's crazy in all this? I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, comment down below, whatever, but I don't think Kim's made a stance and said, I didn't sleep with Drake publicly.
But why does she have to?
Because Kanye West was talking crazy on the internet.
But that's
Like,
Kanye. But dude, like, if Kim, if Kim had to,
he was mad at
nuts
Drake.
right now,
he was
dude.
mad at Drake. Like,
I think,
you think
dude,
he's just nuts?
Sorry, Kanye.
no, but
Come
also,
back,
dude,
though, man. Come
okay,
on.
Sorry,
but dude,
Kanye. You can subscribe again.
People, right? So Kanye is gonna tweet and do his thing on fucking social media. That's him. That's what he does. But
Right.
dude, Kim and the whole Kardashians, they have a brand to protect, and I think it's just fucking destructive of the brand to get involved with all this Kanye shit.
Or is it just hype though? Is it just hype for like the next season of Keeping Up with Kim Kardashian?
Well, that's all
That's
a distraction. All that shit's just a circus. Dude.
Hey, wow, Lab was going deep. So I got a question for you guys.
What's up,
and
man?
It's a
You got a
music,
good question,
it's a
man?
music topic. So I hope you guys are music fans. Shout out to all the viewers that are music fans out there. I know there's a lot of hip hop fans that watch us. E-Man, this is kind of true to your point. You were telling me the other day there's a YouTube channel that you follow, and recently it's all been sad music. Is being a sad rapper or musician popular right now? You were saying a lot of that music like that recently Suicide Sheep uploaded.
Oh no, yeah, that's a channel. But all the okay, no, what?
But all the content is sad.
Yeah, all the content, it has to do
Is
with,
being
you
a
know,
sad or emotional rapper in right now?
Nah, dude. I mean, I don't think so.
I think
it is.
You think it's
I
in?
Think it is?
I think so too.
To be more true to it, is it just like music that's just more in touch with your emotions, or is it just literally just?
Emo rappers, where they at?
I think it's socially acceptable now, as opposed to back in the day. It wasn't. You couldn't do that.
Okay.
Right. I think now it's more socially acceptable to talk about your feelings and your emotions, and dude, like it's like we were talking about like subcategory. Dude, there's categories for everything now, and it's all good. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about
We need more of the
hip hop.
rap.
Yeah, we definitely need more for hip hop.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, it's motherfucking Lab Boys. You know we put on for hip hop. Y'all know what it is. Krishan, you're looking at me like you got a fire topic. What's on your mind?
This is random.
Let a story
and
time. I heard someone.
Oh, well, we're not done yet.
Well, it's not. It's not.
All right.
It's kind of like a story, but it's not. It has nothing to do with
wanna hop
what
into it
we're
right now?
talking about. Oh no, go ahead. No, I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at the end.
I'll get with it, guys.
Hey, we got to save that for the end, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
Stop mugging me, Dan. Dude, E-Man mugs me so much throughout the podcast, dude.
That is a little bit wild. So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What is the most?
So your hands. Oh,
what is the most out of character thing you've ever done for a chick?
Damn.
And dude,
Think about that.
I'll start with the good one. Yeah.
football practice?
So that was crazy. No, I didn't actually play football. So I had a crush on this chick for a long time, and you're gonna know the story after a little bit. But I had a crush on this chick for a long time, and I'd always send her messages whenever like I got drunk. But it was like nice messages. It was like oh yeah man, you're really doing good. Just like really cheery like drunk messages, right? So I was like, you know what? Like I've been sending this chick like messages and shit. Maybe I should just like hit her up like, hey, we should just hang out, right? So I hit her up like, hey, we should hang out. She's like, yeah, totally. I'm gonna go hiking this weekend. You should come with me. And I was like, Yeah, that sounds fucking dope. Like, I mean, dude, I don't hike. Like, I don't hike for shit.
It's funny, we guys lie so much to get the chicks.
But I was like, whatever. Like, you know, I'm gonna roll up there. We're gonna kick it or whatever. And she hit me up. She's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be with my friends. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna roll up. We're gonna go for a hike. We'll talk, whatever. It'll be chill. So I showed up there to hike and shit, and had on like shorts and like, you know, running shoes, like ready. Like, I'm about to hike my life out. And it was actually her. Like, it was actually like it was actually like her church group of like.
Oh man!
Of like, of like 10 to 14 people.
Is that how you learn about the church parties?
So it was like 10 to 14 people, and it was like her pastor was there as well.
Dude, all got recruited.
And I was like,
got baptized there.
Like I was already there. I was already there.
They just set him up for a baptism.
Drop him in the lake.
There's some guy just waiting at the lake ready to baptize all of us.
I was already there. So if I
Take your
left,
shirt off all.
I would just be a dick. I couldn't be like, oh, this is not what I expected. I'm going to leave. So I did the hike, right? But I didn't even spend my time with the actual chick. I was just kind of with their group.
Right.
Shout her
Just
out.
a really weird Christian group. Not weird in any way, but kind of weird. In the experience, it was
so bad.
In the experience, it was kind of weird. But what about you guys?
I don't know. This is out of character, but this was just like cool shit, and I'm gonna get a chance to just say some cool shit. I was hanging out with this girl at a park. You guys were there. You were there, but I think you were
park hangout.
like just we were split.
Nothing good happens at parks. Man.
So like this girl was like, she called me and she was like, hey, we're like, where you? I want to hang out with you. And we were all hanging out at the park drinking 40s, right? So the girl shows up. Yeah, she shows up. And we're just hanging out on like because when you were young, we couldn't get into clubs. We're like, what? We're like 6, 17, 8, you know? So we would just drink wherever. We're at a park at night and we're drinking 40s. She has her alcohol, whatever, and we're drinking. And she's like, is it safe to be drinking here? Oh, yeah, it's all good. We do it all the time. And then, dude, literally like 5 minutes later, a cop pulls into the lot and puts the light right on her. And she's like, oh, fuck. And I turned into like fucking hero mode, dude. I'm like, dude,
shit,
I grabbed her. I grab her hand.
This, yeah.
I'm like, come on, let's go. Dude,
remember this.
I take her. We run, dude. We run. I take my 40, right? And I throw it against a tree. I'm like, come on, dude. And she's like, oh my god, we're running. We run down the tracks, dude. The cops are coming like closer. I'm like, dude, we're not gonna make it if we keep going down the tracks. We gotta hop the fence. She's like, Krishan, I have heels on. I'm like, don't worry, I'll help you. Dude, I helped her over the fence. I hopped the fence. We ran. Dude, we got to the parking lot, and then she was by her car, and the cops were like about to come. I'm like, get out of here, I'll handle this. She got in her car and left. And the cops came and I was just standing like this by myself. Dude, I felt like such a boss, dude.
Hey.
That was cool, man.
So you became a fugitive from the law for a chick. Wow.
Come on, man. Don't make this dope.
That is wild.
No, that's dope. That's why you dope, dog. That's why you dope, dog.
If she's watching, she knows the story.
Hey, I actually know who that is. Right? It's dope. It's the motherfucking Lab Boys. That is some real shit. I was actually there. I remember this shit happening. It was wild. I remember him running like he was part of the SWAT. Real shit, bro. You had any shit.
No, that's amazing.
He's a hero, man. What about you, man?
I'm still gotta think about one, man. I'm really trying to think about one.
I'm talking, E-Man, what do you got for these suckers?
I'm on his same boat, dog. I'm still thinking, dude.
You're on the same boat.
It's like how Krishan was saying, dude. They're all gonna come like when this podcast is done, man. I swear to God.
We'll check in with you.
We'll check in with you after the podcast is
Next
done.
podcast. No, but I really want to hear your story time, man. This whole time.
All right, well, give him the story time.
All right, man.
I have a couple more topics. We'll do it. But give him the story time.
All right, cool.
We'll have to go way over.
So this is with MySpace, right? And
Okay.
We're going back?
Yeah, and this is
Back to time.
this is before I met my girlfriend. My girlfriend of 10 years, right? Vanessa, shout out, love you.
Shout out.
Love you, babe. Magical day, magical night. You know?
Lab Boy certified.
You heard me? Wink. Come on. Wink.
Come on now.
Wink, wink.
Come on. Now.
What's up, man? I'm winking, dog. Anyway, I was on MySpace. I didn't know her at the time, right? I made a fucking MySpace for Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Right?
Solid. Perfect.
It was just Will Smith. And I made a MySpace. I added like I added Carlton. I made a Carlton like thing, and dude, you know how Will Smith in Fresh Prince has all these punchlines? So I would just hit up random chicks and use the Will Smith punchlines. Vanessa was one of them, dude. But I didn't know her at the time, and then I met her later, and I realized I was the girl in the picture. Wow. And I told her later she was.
Did she ever respond?
Yeah, she was just like LOL, but she would really like talk back. And then I met her at work, and I was like, oh shit, this is the girl, but she didn't know it was me that was talking to her. That was kind of creepy.
Whoa, you creep.
No, but the funny part of this,
Vanessa,
that's what the wink's about.
No, but the funny part.
That's why we got him on the podcast.
That's episode 33, guys.
But the funny part is, this guy would hit me up, and I remember his name. His name was Brad, and he really thought it was Will Smith.
Oh shit.
So he would write. Hey, Will, is it really you? So I just played along, just like, yeah, man, it's me. And I would just say cliche Will Smith shit, like, nah, man, it's me, nah, man. Know what I'm saying? Dude, oh my God. He started like pouring his heart out to me, dude. His heart out. And he would write, all
dude, this is a catfish episode for sure.
And then he literally,
he just gotta have more catfish questions after this.
And then he told me, he's like, dude, how do you and Jada do it, dude? Because me and my wife were going through problems. He told me he was thinking about killing himself. So I just wrote like a message, like trying to like, hey man, don't do it, dude. This is another thing that I kept talking to him because he was suicidal. As Will Smith, though.
You've talked yourself in a couple situations.
Dude, you really are dope, bro.
Bro, yeah, dude, you're saving
now
lives.
You just talk so
I was just watching TV and like eating chicken nuggets in my childhood.
Bro, yeah.
You're out here saving lives.
Fuck,
while pretending to be Will Smith.
That's big, dude. That's the biggest Willie style. That's what it is. It's a motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. I actually have a couple more questions if you guys want to rock out.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a music.
I'm ready to rock
it's a music
out.
question.
Rock out.
Hey, motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. What do you guys think about hologram rappers?
Hologram rappers.
So like they brought back Tupac.
Right.
They brought back Triple X.
Oh,
as a hologram.
XX.
Yeah, so
That's dope, dude. That's a nice like little thing. Like,
that's cool.
I mean, depending how you're gonna use
Would
it.
you?
What would you say the downside of it is?
I just wanted to just getting that money.
It was like a South Park episode on that shit where like holograms like actually took over like real artists.
Right, of course.
So like that, I mean, if there was any downside, that could be the downside. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it could be dope. I mean, I was kind of skeptical when I heard about it first. I feel like everyone would have to experience it before they could fully critique it.
Well, they were saying some shit about like how artists, I don't know if this is real, but how people don't really need to be anywhere anymore. You know, you could just use the hologram to take place of an artist, right? So people go to see a hologram, and the artist is really like performing, but it's just a hologram.
Nah, that's weak.
That's whack. But I don't know if that's
I feel like that would be like
real.
the whole hologram thing would be cool to like keep at home. Like you buy it and you have it at home.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
Like,
a personal like artist?
I don't know. There's like in your little jukebox area where you keep your music and stuff. You have a little hologram of your favorite artist.
Shit, we're not too far from a reality where that could be
exactly
reality.
And like, I just don't feel like it's cool to. I don't know how everybody else was, but paying money for a ticket for a concert for a hologram. I don't know, dude.
Right.
Unless it's like Pac.
See
that like,
damn.
like, dude, if it's Pac, I'm
with
paying
new music.
For it,
See the
new
Tupac
music?
situation.
even if it ain't new
man.
music, but if it's like a remake of an old concert, like the best concert he had or some shit like that, like
Yeah, for like nostalgia. Yeah, that
That'd
shit's
be
cool.
dope.
Like,
Yeah.
for artists that pass away and for us, our generation who never got the chance to experience
like
someone like Pac in concert. That's
Right.
cool.
not like
Because
new
it's
artists, dude, because then that's just the motherfucker's just lazy. Then you know, I don't know.
Oh shit! It's a motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. We got to switch off real quick, but we're gonna jump right back and get motherfucking What's Real on a live song. So we'll be right back in a second.
Yeah.
Sean, press that motherfucking button real quick.
I'm gonna press the button.
Press it.
Okay.
Really thought I heard. I don't know. Maybe they said
That
it.
was
And I
all,
just,
dude.
okay.
Guy, dude.
But dude, when you get mad though, it don't look good.
Important, dog.
It is. It's been recording. It's a motherfucking Lab Boys podcast. That was a little behind the scenes. Y'all know what it is. We ran out of memory, but we are motherfucking back. Hey, and we got motherfucking
You
What's
think
Real
you cuss
on
a lot, man, and I don't think because
do
there's
say a lot
kids
of
that
MFs.
watch. there's kids that watch, and I just don't feel that you should be motherfucking cussing so much.
It is bad. I know we were just talking about holograms, but
motherfucking holograms.
did you guys hear that Tupac's estate just won like a legal battle, and now there's like more Tupac albums or more Tupac music that's going to be released? That's now under control of like I think the family.
That's dope.
That's sick as fuck.
You know what? You know what?
So with that being said, who would you like to see produce that music?
See,
because last time Eminem produced Tupac's album.
That was alright. It wasn't, you know.
Right. So
I think it was cool. I think it was cool.
I'll say Scott Storch.
Scott Storch. I know Dre and Pac had a beef, but I think Dre production on
that would be really hard. Wow.
What do you think
That
about
would be legendary,
what about
man.
newer producers though? Who do you think?
I would want to see like just the way the Black Panther soundtrack came out and who executive produced that. I don't know like in terms of the music, but I know Kendrick Lamar executive produced that one. So like, so if he could executive produce like Pac shit, like I think that would be super dope.
Because you need someone that has a passion for Pac's legacy, right?
Right.
What do you guys think about so Pac, right? For example, what do you think about new artists being on songs with Tupac?
Oh,
how do you feel about that?
I feel like if they can come correct, then it's cool. But if not, like don't do it.
Who's gonna judge that though?
Me.
Right.
See,
well, that would have to be the executive producer. That would be the executive producer.
Hey,
job.
for real though.
Like, I don't know how I feel about it because some of it's like. I think you want to keep it as authentic as possible, right? And I feel like just putting new rappers on it is just to sell the album, and you know what I mean. But I feel like you lose its authenticity because Pac didn't know these people.
It should only be people he collabed with already.
See that kind of.
Is that a long list though?
No, I mean at least one whole album, dude. Like at least one whole just tribute to like the olden days.
See, but what I hate,
I can follow.
Or just like all rappers from that era. Yeah.
What I hated is because I'm a big Pac fanatic, right? And I know that a lot of his unreleased. I know a lot of his unreleased music. He would have more than one verse on, but then they would take those songs and on the albums they released after he passed away, they would take his verses out and put other people's verses on. So I'm like, you're making a Pac album and you're only using one of his verses when he has a whole song of verses. You know what I mean? So I think that's whack because that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, losing your authenticity.
That's important. I feel like they should just add it on.
You know,
like finish that song, and if you want to add it on, okay, add it on. But if not, no. But finish the song that he wrote.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to Tupac. I hope I hear some new music from him. If I had to pick a new artist or a new producer, it would probably be Scott Storch. I also thought about Swiss Beats as we were talking. If Swiss Beats produced,
he did. Am I wrong? Because I want to get it on.
If Swiss Beats produced that, I think Swiss Beats has an ear for like just Tupac's message, right? Because like ultimately, it wasn't just about the shit behind it. It was like Tupac's actual message. Shout out to motherfucking Tupac. Anyways, before we get out of here and get to you, and because you got some shit to say and also drop some fire for us, I have to update you guys, and this is dope. I tried to tell you on the phone. I told you guys a story a long time ago about the gym and Bumble, right?
Woo!
Hey! So if
give
you
him some context,
so if you guys, I'm gonna give you some context.
Again,
so I'm gonna give you guys some backstory. We talked about this in season 1, but if you don't know, it's all good.
If you know, you know.
I go to a gym here locally, and there's a really cute girl that works there that goes there.
Is she really cute?
She's pretty cute. And she goes there. But me, I don't normally hit on chicks at gyms.
Stop it.
It's not really my thing. I just go to like.
It's his thing.
Yeah.
He's a ladies' man. But anyways, we. Anyways, Anyways, we matched on Bumble, right? But we never like sent a message or whatever. And I asked these guys like, should I like talk to her the next time I see her, because I'm gonna see her at the gym, and like it's like one of those things you just say. Hey, I haven't seen her for a long time, but I did see her today, and I did talk to her.
Ooh,
I did. I was like, hey, and she's like, how long have you been meaning to tell me that?
Proud of you, man.
I was like, a long fucking time, man.
Watch the podcast.
I was like, dude, you're on the podcast. But yeah, that's a motherfucking update for y'all. We made it full circle. Season 2, y'all know what it is.
I know what it is.
What's real, man? Thank you so much for sliding out and joining us. We would go further, but the memory card only has like 6 minutes left because we are high budget here at the Lab Boys podcast. My name is Alwa Gordon. It's 88 over everything. This is motherfucking
Costco K.
Here, my boy.
Emmanuel.
Shotgun Costco. I'm gonna get your song queued up. Why don't you update these people with what popping with you? What's going on now?
What's going on, y'all? It's What's Real. Just dropped a new album, It's All Love, available everywhere, all digital platforms. Got an album release party happening Friday, November 16th at Hotel Utah in San Francisco with Rec League, DJ Lex from the Mighty Souls of Mischief, Unlearn the World, Cosmo, and Jane the Mesh, who's an amazing, dope female MC. So come through, it's going to be a lot of fun, and go check out that album.
Hey, if you're in Frisco, make sure to check that shit out. What's Real is dope. We actually went to Texas last year.
Yes,
South by
we did.
Southwest. Crazy times.
That's dope, man.
That was this year. Holy shit.
So much longer.
Wow.
You know,
This has been a long fucking year. Wow.
Yeah, that was a long fucking trip.
We went to South by Southwest.
Felt like a year.
Make sure you fucking check out his live show, and you're actually gonna play us a song from. Is it your newer album? Or?
Yeah, it's from the newer album. I just performed the song Sunday. It's the second time I've ever performed the song before.
Hey, dope. Let's hear it, man.
Let's do it.
It's a motherfucking Bad Boys podcast. If you're not subscribed, you should be motherfucking subscribed.
Hey!
It's 88 over everything. Y'all know the deal, Krishan. What should I do?
Hey, what are you doing?
what are you doing, man?
You look like you haven't subscribed.
It looks like you haven't subscribed.
You know what to do? Press that red button right under the video.
Right
and
there.
right next to that subscribe button is the bell. Post notification bell. Hit that bell. That way you get reminded every time we release a video. Lab Boys Podcast episode 33. Share, comment, like, subscribe. Do your thing.
Hey, y'all know what it is. That is Michael Jordan K over here. What's Real? Why don't we show him how we do it?
Do it.
You know.
Daddy did the beat.
Song's called Go.
Hey.
Produced by 87.
Hey, what's up, girl?
How you doing? We were vibing, we were cruising, now we riding, now we moving. Hell yeah, we just speeding through this life like we going hella fast, smashing through on Telegraph, speeding in my hometown. It gets you all alone now. Never with regrets, you working out, you cashing checks, you doing you, I'm doing me. Breathing hard, catch your breath. Sunny days, foggy nights, on the stage, rocking mics. Take the love, mix it up, that's why you with the hopper, right? Running from your past life, running through your shadows. I ain't even bring a flashlight.
Hey.
And you looking like my Lucy Lou. Got that old school flavor, just like juicy fruit. Grown ass little kids watching Scooby-Doo. She got that love so good, it'll ruin you. Not for me, she got the key, she ride or die, right for me. Roll the dice, Monopoly, seasons change, autumn leaves. Living every moment to the fullest. Cupid shot me down, I think your name was on that bullet. What? Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Hey.
We were vibing, we were cruising, now we riding, now we moving. Wow, wait, you can get it right now.
Hey.
No brakes, all gas like. Get it in so fast like. No brakes, all gas like. Go, go, go. Been a while since we both been in the love game. I love to see her smile, but she loves pain. She loved that she's with the hopper. Life gave me lemons, yeah, and she wants them in her vodka. Shoot for the moon, shots of Patron. Shoot up for love, never alone. Video chat, shoot me a pic. Wanna meet up? Shooting for 6. We backstroke, swimming in a pool of liquor. Taking hella shots to escape from all the triggers. Cities burned down, I need a drink for that. Black's gone down, I need a drink for that. Auntie's gone now, I need a drink for that. Donald Trump's a fucking clown, I could drink to that. Still carefree. Love is like my therapy. Only copay is the gym mixed with the OJ. Taking love higher than the rentist. She got the yoga poses to take every rule and bend it, baby. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? We were vibing, we was cruising, now we riding, now we moving. Wow, wait, you can get it right now.
Hey.
No brakes, all gas like. Get it in so fast like. No brakes, all gas like. Go, go, go.
Hey. Hey. That was the shit, man.
Hey. It's some motherfucking Lab Boys podcast.
I feel like that was like a music video in its own.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated, bro.
Sick.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Why don't you tell them one more time when the album release party is, man?
Album release party Friday, November 16th in San Francisco at the Hotel Utah.
Hey, after party at Olive's house.
No.
Yeah.
No. After party's not at my house, but you know what it is. It's motherfucking.
It's at Olive's house.
But it is.
It's motherfucking.
Olive's house.
It's
I don't think he knows yet.
88 over everything. Coffee and hip hop every single motherfucking Tuesday. November 3rd, we're doing a costume party. That is for Halloween. We hope to see you guys out. It's actually free, and there's a lot of dope artists. Reverse Live is going to be there.
Oh, what?
How sick is that? What? November 3rd, it's going down. Yeah, my name is Alwyn Gordon. You know what it is. What's real? Thank you so much for sliding out, joining the motherfucking podcast, man. If y'all don't know, check out his music below. We're definitely going to link him up. Krishan, you got any last thoughts or email? You got any last thoughts for these suckers? But we sign off.
What you gonna tell him, man?
I'm just gonna tell y'all, man, hey, thank you. We have been doing this podcast for 33 weeks straight. It has been a big thing. It has been growing. It's been getting better. Y'all have been rocking with us for so long.
Gracias.
And it's only getting bigger. The sub count is going up. We're trying to make this bigger and better for y'all. So please, please, please hit that red subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, man. 2 seconds. And then hit that post notification bell. I know I told y'all again, but I can tell y'all again.
Do it. Tell them.
Do it.
Notify.
Hit the post notification bell. That way you get reminded every time we release a video.
You got anything for these suckers?
Hey, man, none at all except, hey, have a wonderful day.
Oh, that was so sweet, man.
It's the motherfucking Loud Boys. We'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe. Krishan, why don't you hit that motherfucking button on him?
Hey, dude, kiss me in the mouth, dude.
What the fuck?